website and scroll all the way down in the specifications because they don't put it on the top anymore. This one to me is a little bright, just a little, like I feel like praise the Lord. That would have been a disaster. There's a language for you in the book somewhere. Keeps this paper from just going all over the back of it. That was a weird sound, I'm so sorry, but I will not be shooting that one, refilming, whatever you want to call it. And it does annoy me to no end. I want you to lay down. All of your other friends lay down, why don't you lay down? Like technic or I know the word, hold on. Repetitiveness, got it, yes. So today we're going to take a look at these two Lego typewriters. Of course, there's really no like comparison wise. Like this one's quite a bit smaller. This one's very large. This one is very expensive, especially since now it is retired. This one is still in production and a lot cheaper. So I'm really just doing this to show you if you're in like you're wanting a Lego typewriter, you don't know if you want to save your money for the big one and find it used somewhere, or if you want to get the little one and just be sufficed with that one. The big one, I don't remember how much it cost when it was in production. I do know I got it back then when it was in production. I think it was around $200 or something like that. Maybe somewhere around there. I don't really remember. I'm sorry. But I do know nowadays it's about $300 for this typewriter. Since it retired. I love the colors of it and the little thing that goes up. It's very neat. Have all the moving functions, but that is because it has all the room for the moving functions. This one is rather large compared to that tiny one. You got a lot of space. And a lot of space. The tiny pink one is, as I said, still in production. So if you look on the Lego website and scroll all the way down in the specifications, because they don't put it on the top anymore. This was a 3-in-1 set, so it also does 2 other builds, but this one is the best one. So the dimensions for this one is, it is 4 inches long and 6 inches wide. So it's not a perfect square, but it's a very nice one. It fits right in the palm of your hand, like so. And it sells for, let me double check I'm right, because I know I told you, but I want to double check. $30, yes, it does sell for $30. Of course, on the Lego website, it does not tell you what the price of this one was, because once they're retired, it doesn't put the price on there anymore, which is kind of sad. It just says retired product. But it does, if I scroll all the way down to specifications again, because they don't put it on the top anymore. I loved it when they put it on the top. So, this thing is 5 inches tall and 11 by 11. It's a perfect square. And it could fit in the palm of your hand, but you'd want to be very careful with it. That's why I carry it with 2 hands. But it's a perfect square shape of 11 by 11 with 5-inch height. I don't know if that's counting the paper. I think it's counting just the build. And this stick can be adjusted, so I don't know if it's counting the stick or not. But let's take a look at these two. This one, I've already taken them out. This one came with some flowers because for some reason they decided that retro builds needed flowers with them. They did this with the record player. I'm surprised they didn't do it with a telephone. But they had, there's 2 little hooks in here. They had flowers sticking up out of. I've already taken those off because I prefer it like so. This little one is pink, whereas this one is a sand green color. Love the color of this one. This one to me is a little bright. Just a little. Like I feel like this is not one that you would want displayed out all the time. it would only be displayed like in the spring and summer kind of time. Whereas this one is okay, it kind of goes with every season. We have the green, and it could go for Christmas, and because it's so muted and not bright green, it's okay at fall time. So this one could be displayed anywhere in your home all the time if you wanted to. Whereas this one I feel like, yeah, as I said, spring and summer. Especially since there are flowers in it. This one, little pink one here, does not have any printing on the keys, as you can tell. Whereas this one has all of the keys, and they are printed. Not a single one of these is a sticker. Praise the Lord. That would have been a disaster. This one, as you just saw, you hit a key. Two things are happening when you hit a key. This little part here moves up and hits this up here and makes a tapping noise. You also see this bar back here moving like an actual typewriter. Till it gets all the way over, like it is right now. And then you can push it and hear the clicking sound as it goes back. Oh, that's amazing. You do have to keep in mind to leave this bar up, or else it'll hit this ink cartridge here, and you do not push by here. It says so in the instructions. If you push by here, you could snap it off. So you push from back here. Now, does this one have any moving functions? Kind of. Not really. The entire plate that these tiles are on does move. But it's the entire plate. It's not each individual key, because all of those are on one continual plate. You can hear it is making a noise. That is because this entire plate is connected to a rod that has this little bar right here on it, and this is going up and down and hitting the tile behind it to make a tapping noise. You can kind of see. But this back here, while it does move when you move it, does not move when tapping the keys. Not enough space in this little guy to do all that functionality. You do have the lovely bar here that can go up and down, same as this one over here. There are no ink cartridges though, so nothing to worry about hitting that into, and who knows how we're printing. But, so there are no ink cartridges on here. We have two nice ones here with the ribbon. As for paper, this is a printed brick. Well, actually it's not. It's a sticker on a plate, on a bunch of plates, on another plate. The clip in it that clips down inside of here to make it look like you typed this. This one has actual paper. The actual paper that actually moves when you spin this to bring it up or down. This actually came with this typed message from Thomas Kirkenstein in, like, I don't remember, 40 different languages or something like that. So there's a language for you in the book somewhere. It also has this nice little guard to keep it back instead of flopping forward. And then it's done by tires on there to have the grip, so that's very nice. Whereas this one does spin on the side, doesn't actually control this at all. And it does spin all the way across the back, so you can actually see it spinning. But there's nothing there for it to turn around. If there was a small piece of paper, it would maybe work. But there would also have to be a backing back here to keep the paper from flopping over. If we turn around this big typewriter, there's a bar right here. And also the entire back is real nice. There's a bar right here that keeps this paper from just going all over the back of it. That was a weird sound and I'm so sorry, but I will not be shooting that one, refilming, whatever you want to call it. I do realize that there are these little gray pieces on either side of this typewriter. I don't know if those are supposed to be the ink cartridges, whereas usually they're on top with a ribbon rubbing through them. These ones are on the side, so maybe this one's supposed to be a modern day typewriter. This one's supposed to be the nice old style. Who knows? This one had just the stickers for the paper. There was like 3 different options for you to choose. I chose to rebuild or not to rebuild, and so far I have not. I probably should at some point. This one I will never rebuild. This one has way too much Technic that hurt way too many fingers. All of these are on Technic pieces in there. And if somehow we could stick a camera in there, it would just be Technic galore all the way through the entire inside of this to the working mechanism back here. The only brick on this is this top piece, and it is snot bricked in to make it smooth. The bricks on the side as well, and just the brick is basically just the casing. The entire inside of this is Technic, and it is a lot, and hurt my fingers. And I do love Technic, but I had to take a couple breaks from this one, I will admit. This one did have some stickers. Thank the Lord. These were not stickers once again, but it does have this sticker back here on the moving bar element that says, and I forgot to read it before I turned around, System in Play with Billand on it. And then there is this sticker right there that just says System. Well, all sides of this green one look beautiful, from the front to the sides, to the top, to the back. Look so real. The only thing I don't particularly care about, the actual like outside visual of this one, is these pins that are used to hold in all the gears and stuff to the plate or the actual brickwork. I feel like those should have been sand green instead of brown. But everything else is like smoothed off nice. The entire outside of this presents amazing. Whereas this one, it's mainly just the front. Sides aren't too much to woohoo about, and the back has a random gray plate in the middle of it and some white on the bottom, and you can see colorful bricks underneath the moving bar element that stops it from going too far over. But I must say, this one was a very enjoyable build. While it is not accurate to like the big one, that is because this one doesn't have as much space or bricks to do it in. They basically took this big guy and shrunk him down to a quarter of his size, really, and still gave us a moving plate that has tapping sound, a nice little paper, and sliding bar. Well, a brick paper, but a sliding bar to actually make it seem like it's a typewriter. While it does not have all the functionality of pushing each individual one to pop this up, or to make this go over by itself, or to have the spinning paper, this one is still a very awesome build, and I do thoroughly enjoy it. I also enjoy this one because it is brick built. All of this is brick built. The only Technic in here is this rod that you just slide some stuff on, and then the flowers if you want the flowers. Whereas I said, this one is a bunch of Technic on the inside being covered over by a brick casing, basically. And then these little things in here were very annoying to put together because you cannot get them to lay just right. I still have a few that are not laying perfectly down, and it does annoy me to no end. I want you to lay down. All of your other friends are laying down. Why don't you lay down? Hope you all enjoyed this nice little look over 2 sets from Lego. Just shrunken down version and a very, very big version. I hope this helps you make up your mind on whether you want to try and save and find the big one, or go with the small one. I will say, if you do not, and I emphasize this, you do not like Technic or I know the word, hold on. Repetitiveness. Got it. Yes. You don't like Technic and repetitiveness. I don't suggest this one for you. I mean, if you get it, find a friend who doesn't mind doing the same step over and over again and doesn't mind their fingers getting hurt. Because all of these keys are basically the same, and that's a lot. A lot of the components in here are the same, and you have to be very, very careful. All of these keys up here are the same. All of these keys down here are the same. All of these keys right here are the same. And then once you make all of those, you have to watch very carefully on the instructions to make sure that you put the right one in the right spot on a long bar. There's a very long, like, Technic bar element, and then you slide each one down in the correct spot. And if you mess up, you're going to be really sad about it, because I did mess up once. And it was kind of difficult to take it back apart and try and fix it. So, if you get easily distracted and mess up a lot, I don't suggest this one for you. If you don't like Technic, I don't suggest this one for you. If you don't like repetitiveness, I don't suggest this one for you. Because the repetitiveness, your fingers hurting from the Technic, and being worried about messing up on a Technic element so that it doesn't work, because that's a big thing. You have to make sure you get it all right so it works. It's a little stressful. If you're wanting something simple and you like more system builds, get this little one. If you don't like the pink color, I guess look up the parts and get your own parts, because there's not too much pink, honestly. Once you take off the, well, of course, I gotta do it and it doesn't work. You take off the outer shell of pink, it's all colorful brick underneath there. So really, you could build the underside with whatever brick you want and then just pick your own color for the outside. But if you don't like Technic, you're more of a system person, definitely get the 3-in-1 typewriter. It'll save your fingers and your sanity. It still look really cool. I mean, this one does look really nice. It doesn't take up as much room, so that is also another nice thing. I had a hard time figuring out where to put this one because it takes up so much space. This one's a lot smaller, takes up less room, and also because it is a system brick, I feel better about whenever I don't want to display it, to take it apart. It'll be a whole lot easier to take it apart. Won't be that difficult to put it back together. This guy is never coming apart. I don't know what I'm going to do with him whenever I run out of space to display him, because I'm going to want to keep him. I don't ever want to get rid of him. It took me forever to get a hold of this guy. But whenever I need to decide to display something else, I don't know what I'm going to do with him, because I'm not taking this guy apart. There's no way I'm taking all that Technic apart and then trying to put it all back together. My fingers would be so mad at me. But anyway. I hope you all enjoyed this little review, and I hope it helps you decide which one you would rather have if you're in like a decision stage. Definitely enjoy this one. The look of it after it's done is amazing. So maybe if you find it a bricks and minifigs already built, go for it. But if you're wanting to build one yourself and you like system, I know it's pink, but just find part substitutions or something and do this one. Because this one will just drive you nuts if you don't like Technic. I'm just trying to save you the struggle and the pain and the anxiety from doing it. Saying all that, I did enjoy building it. Except for I had to take many breaks for my poor fingers instead of building it all in like one sitting. But, so, go build Lego, let God, and let me know in the comments if you have one of these and which one you like better. Bye everybody. I'll see you next week.